Coming up on episode 6 of Tshwane Gaming News. In local news, all South African learners to get free government email addresses. Ford opens upgraded high-tech factory in Pretoria. Soda World launches Africa's first mixed reality metaverse venue in Joburg. Court stops construction of Amazon Africa HQ in Cape Town due to Khoisan protest. Gamr Africa to launch Gamr X in Lagos, Nigeria, the first Pan-African Esports Championship. In international news, Paramount Plus releases Halo television series. Netflix to release a Tekken animated series. Video showing President Zelenskyy of Ukraine surrendering exposed as a deep fake. Headline news, Elon Musk challenges Russian President Vladimir Putin to a fistfight. What? Stay tuned for details.
Tshwane Gaming. It's never game over.
Eta, how's it, ninjas? This is episode 6 of Tshwane Gaming News, the only bi-weekly podcast in Africa dedicated to tech and gaming news. I'm your host, Max Intite, the founder of Tshwane Gaming, recording from Pretoria, where Ford just built one of its most advanced car factories in the world. Wow, another reason to be proud of my city. And I'm sure Henry Ford will also be proud. This podcast is crammed full of info, so without further ado, let's go. In local news, Communications Minister Khumbudzo Ntshavheni said every South African learner from primary school to high school will get a free government-supplied email address starting later this year. Speaking at a conference on Wednesday, she said various state-owned enterprises will work together to provide the solution so that all learners will have the free addresses by 2025. According to the minister, the emails will allow the government to track and trace students so we can have insights into why kids are dropping out of the basic education system. The email can also be used in tertiary and for job applications after the students have read the trick. Ford Motor Co in South Africa has unveiled its newly upgraded plant in the suburb of Silverton, right here in Pretoria. The investment cost $1 billion, approximately 15.8 billion rand, and it's where the next generation Ford Ranger and Everest vehicles will be manufactured. Robots will do most of the manufacturing, and Ford expects the new plant will produce more than 700 vehicles a day, including the VW Amarok Baki, assuming the global semiconductor shortage doesn't make it too difficult. According to Ford, the aim is to achieve island mode, which means making the entire factory the first in the world to operate completely off the grid with the help of solar power by 2024. Soda World, a live music metaverse with a studio in downtown Johannesburg, has launched a mixed reality platform allowing people from anywhere in the world wearing VR headsets to attend the music shows via the metaverse. Michael Bolkand, the founder of Soda World, elaborates more on the technology.
Mixed reality events is when people put on VR headsets from all over the world, and we have our venue in Johannesburg where we have an event, and the people in the venue can see the people in VR and the people in VR can see the people in the venue, and we combine people from all over the world in a mixed reality event. Virtual reality and the metaverse is an enormous technology for the African continent. Up until now, local creators make very little money off streaming platforms like YouTube and Spotify, unless they're really in the top echelon getting enormous amount of traffic. And traveling for local artists is very expensive. Furthermore, money in the local market for live performances is not very well paying. Metaverse is very exciting because local artists can provide very rich and engaging experiences with the technologies to people all over the world. Hence why we are so excited about its possibilities.
The High Court in Cape Town has halted construction of Amazon.com's new Africa headquarters after some descendants of the Khoisan, South Africa's earliest inhabitants, said the land it would be built on was sacred. The Western Cape High Court stopped the project developer from continuing with works at the Cape Town site until Amazon had meaningful engagements with the Khoisan community, even though some members of that same community supported the project. Newsroom Africa has the sound clip.
There was a ruling late last week where the people building a planned new headquarters for Amazon and for other companies in Cape Town were ordered to stop work because a judge said there had not been proper consultation with members of the Khoi and the San indigenous people communities. The court says that without this consultation, the right to the culture and and the heritage of these indigenous groups is under threat, and particularly the rights of the Khoi and the San First Nations peoples. Tariq Jenkins is the spokesperson for the Indigenous Peoples Gorengai-Kona Kwena Council. Tariq, good afternoon to you. This must be a big victory for you. Why did you bring this court application?
Yes, we believe the development should not go ahead because for environmental reasons as well as heritage reasons. The proposal of putting 150,000 square meters of concrete bulk on a floodplain is illegal, and also the nature of this development goes against the symbiotic relationship that the San and Khoi has with its environment, with the riverine systems and with the cosmos.
Gamr, West Africa's biggest gaming organization, is launching Gamr X on April 2nd, the first Pan-African Esports Championship. The one-day event will take place at the Echo Hotel in Lagos, Nigeria, and will have contestants from 9 African countries, which are Ghana, Nigeria, Algeria, Cameroon, Tanzania, Ivory Coast, Kenya, and good old South Africa. International news coming after this short advert from Spydr Media. Are you a social media influencer, event planner, or agency who needs professional filming and photography done in South Africa but at a shoestring budget? Look no further than Spydr Media, a social media production company based in Pretoria, which was founded by me in 2021 after working more than 10 years in South Africa's cutthroat media landscape for only 3,998 Rand or $298. My Spydrs can film and photograph at your social media shoot or social event for 3 hours and deliver the content to you within 72 hours or 10% money back guaranteed. Don't become a victim of these chance takers calling themselves photographers and videographers just cause they have a fancy camera. Trust me, I've seen how they rip off good people like you. Please use the links provided in the details or descriptions of this podcast to visit my website spydrmedia.web.za, that is Spydr spelled SPYDR, to hire one of my professional Spydrs for reliable, cheap media content fast. And in international news, Halo, a third-person shooter which is the most successful video game franchise on Microsoft's Xbox console, launched a new TV series on Paramount Plus literally a few hours ago. The game's characters will be played by a lineup of A-list Hollywood actors, with the lead role of Master Chief played by Pablo Sqribble, who is well known for his role in the hit TV series American Gods. If you can't access Paramount Plus in your region, I've attached a NordVPN link in the descriptions or comments of this podcast. A virtual pass network or VPN will allow you to anonymously watch Halo and access any other website in the world without being tracked, even if the website is blocked in your country. Tekken, arguably the world's biggest fighting game franchise, will be launching an animated series on Netflix soon this year called Tekken Bloodline. The storyline revolves around the game's lead protagonist, Jin Kazama, but also promises appearances from popular characters like King, Paul Phoenix, and Leroy. Here is a short snippet of the trailer.
The first opponent you must defeat in any fight is yourself. When you have mastered the moment, then and only then can you start moving ahead. Demon. Why are you here? Run!
I'm trying to find my grandfather, Heihachi Mishima.
Kazama, I will train you to fight. In return, you will prove to me you're worthy of your ancestry. Even if it kills you.
Russia released a video showing President Vladimir Zelenskyy of Ukraine telling soldiers to surrender to the Russian military. However, the video was debunked as a deepfake, and President Zelenskyy quickly responded by telling Ukraine there will be no surrender. This soundbite from Inside Edition elaborates more.
The Kremlin is deploying a new weapon in the war on Ukraine: deepfake videos. This one purports to show Ukraine's heroic President Zelenskyy supposedly telling his soldiers to surrender and give up your arms. But no one was fooled by such an obvious fake. Here it is side by side with the real Zelenskyy, who's been praised around the world for his bold leadership and refusal to abandon Kyiv. Sam Gregory is an expert on deepfakes.
The man's body doesn't look like Zelenskyy, his neck doesn't look like Zelenskyy, his voice doesn't sound like Zelenskyy, and his face just looks kind of odd. But these kinds of deepfakes can fool people.
President Zelenskyy responded quickly to the deepfake video, telling his people there will be no surrender. The only ones who should give up arms are Russian soldiers.
And in headline news, South African-born billionaire Elon Musk literally went on Twitter and challenged Russian President Vladimir Putin to a one-on-one fistfight. Though President Putin, a black belt judo martial artist, didn't respond himself, his loyalists quickly responded. For example, head of Russia's space agency Dmitry Rogozin responded a few hours later by tweeting, quote, "Young little devil, too weak to compete with me," end quote. Another Putin ally, Ramzan Kadyrov, responded by addressing Elon with the Russian girl's name, Lona, and said, quote, "Putin would look unsportsmanlike when he beats a weaker opponent like you," end quote. This soundbite from WION News has more details.
Musk has challenged Russian President Vladimir Putin to fight over Russia's ongoing military offensive in Ukraine. In his latest series of tweets, Musk wrote, I'm quoting, "I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat," adding that the stakes are Ukraine. Musk used circle letters to write Putin's name. The tweets were directed at the Russian government's official Twitter page. In a subsequent tweet using the Russian alphabet, the Tesla CEO further asked whether Putin accepts this fight and tagged the Kremlin in the post. The Tesla founder has 77 million followers on Twitter. Some of those responded by saying he might not have thought his challenge through. While there was no immediate reaction from the Kremlin, the Director General of Russia's space program responded to this. Space program leader Dmitry Rogozin replied to Musk with a quote calling him "little devil."
That's it, ninjas. Episode 6 is done. Do you think stopping construction of the Gamr Africa HQ in Cape Town is really because the land is sacred and magical? Or do these Khoisan activists just want money? Will the upgraded Ford factory in Pretoria, Elon Musk's home city, possibly manufacture electric cars in the near future, therefore keeping Tesla out of its founder's birthplace? Would Vladimir Putin Brexham Elon Musk on a one-on-one fight? Or would Elon Musk clap him around? Leave your interesting comments in the comment section. I would love to see them. Please ninjas, don't forget to follow Tshwane Gaming on our social media. It's where we will be announcing our first esports tournament in a couple of days. Until episode 7 coming out last week of March, it's never game over.